Shri Shri Ras Biharini Ju Ki Jai, Jai Shri Radhe. Shri Balabhadi Shi Ki Jai Ho, Shri Gosai Ji Ki Jai Ho, Sab Vaishnavan Ko Jai Shri Krishna, Sadar Supreme, Sananda or Sadenya, Jai Shri Krishna. Varta Day 253 and Varta 251. It's the Varta of Madhav Das Dalal, Bhav Prakash. In the eternal Leela, his name is Kokalakanti, who manifests from Sri Lalitaji, and is thus a personification of her sattvic divine loving sentiment. His name has been mentioned in a previous Varta. Madhav Das was born into a family of traders in Kambaich. When he grew up, he too began to trade as a commission agent. He then met Sahajpal Joshi and Jiva Parikh, and the three of them became fast friends. The three of them had become disciples of Sri Gosaiji through the auspices of Chacha Harivamsji. Part 1. Chacha Harivamsji had greatly blessed Madhav Das in that whatever he said became fast fixed. After hearing what he had to say, Sri Gosaiji took up residence in Gokul. Some time later, Sri Gosaiji travelled to Rajnagar. The three friends thought, we must bring Sri Gosaiji to Kambaich. They all went to Rajnagar, and there they requested Sri Gosaiji to come to Kambaich, and he consented. When he came there, he granted all three of them seva to Sri Thakurji. They all served their Lord very lovingly. One day, after he had partaken of Mahaprasad, Sri Gosaiji was very happily sitting on the cushions in his bertak. Sahajpal Doshi and Madhav Das asked him, "O Maharaj, we have told lies in our business activities. Has this tainted us?" Sri Gosaiji answered, "Speaking untruth is the worst type of sin." Madhav Das supplicated, "From today on I shall never tell another lie. I should always give my customers their goods in the nicest possible way." Then Sahajpal spoke up, "I shall openly announce to my customers that I keep just 1 anna commission and that they can then choose whether to accept these terms." In this way, the three of them began to always tell the truth. This was very pleasing to their Sri Thakurji. Whenever the three of them got together to sing their Lord's praises, they always choked with bliss. One day, Jiva Parikh asked Madhav Das Dalal, "Please explain Anyashray to me." Madhav Das elucidated, "It is called Anyashray when you worship anyone other than Sri Krishna. You must never worship his partial manifestations. If you regard any other Godhead as all-pervading and worship him in this is an obstruction in your devotion. You will break your pativrata dharma. You must regard Sri Thakurji as your husband and remain exclusively faithful to him. Otherwise you will fall from this path. Only ever serve this Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead." Sahajpal Doshi asked, "Why did Sri Thakurji hold up the Sri Giriraj mountain for 7 days? Madhav Das explained, "Sri Nandaraji and the other Vrajavasis were harbouring 7 types of Anyashray, which they were able to get rid of by worshipping Sri Giriraji. These were the 7 types: refuge in other gods, refuge in sages, refuge in ancestors, pride of bodily prowess, pride in one's family members, acting egotistically because of worldly opinion, and concern that they would not be able to go to heaven if they disregarded any of these types of refuge. By upholding the Sri Giriraj mountain, Sri Thakurji wiped out their Anyashray altogether. He made them unreliant upon such practices. In fact, upon any practice other than refuge in Sri Krishna alone, and their exclusive faith became firm." Sahajpal Doshi felt very happy when he heard these answers. Wah kya baat hai. I'm going to repeat those. The 7 types of Anyashray: refuge in other gods, refuge in sages, refuge in ancestors, pride of bodily prowess, pride in one's family members, acting egotistically because of worldly opinion, and concern that they would not be able to go to heaven if they disregarded any of these types of refuge. By upholding the Sri Giriraj mountain, Sri Thakurji wiped out their Anyashray. When then Madhav Das came to Gokul, seeing how wonderful Gokul was, his mind was very attracted towards the town. He decided he would like to stay there and never go elsewhere. He approached Sri Gosaiji and said, "O Maharaj, with your great grace I have attained residence in Gokul. Please now grace me that I never go elsewhere." Sri Gosaiji granted his wish. Madhav Das then composed this pada about Sri Gokul and sang it to Sri Gosaiji. Pad Raj Rag Ramkali. Take up residence most joyous in Gokul, bathe daily in Sri Yamunaji, annihilate your sins, and drink of her purifying waters. There resides Sri Vittalnathji with his family, have their holy sight at every moment. The poet Madhav Das now sings, always surrender your all and everything to this son of Sri Vallabh. May I always, second pad, Rag Ramkali, may I always reside in Sri Gokul, treasure store of happiness. O lady friend, may I at every moment, ever and over and over, take delight here, the home of the son of Sri Vallabh. In every house there is a different bower for the beloved's play, where the Lord and his darling laugh as they delight together. On the banks of Sri Yamunaji, Sri Radha meets Sri Krishna like a lordly elephant, and her every limb is infused and with love by his touch. Sri Krishna is the beautiful touchstone to her most lovely, golden, beautiful body. Madhav Das, the poet, now sings, I am drenched in this loving mood of the divine couple, the zenith of nectarian beauty. Padarag Ramkali, the path that leads to Gokul village is unique. Gokul's form is always auspicious and a giver of joy. Seeing it, all the three worlds are lit up. The son of Sri Vallabh reigns here fearlessly and is dearer than life to his disciples. Madhav Das, the poet, now sings, I surrender over and over again to the majesty of Sri Vittal, who is my all and everything. Madhav Das composed many such poems. Sri Gosaiji addressed him, you have now realized Gokul's true form. He then gave Madhav Das permission to sing the daily kirtans for Sri Navaneet Priyaji. He would sit in the beloved Lord's presence and sing ever new compositions to him. Then after some time, Sri Gosaiji took Madhav Das to Sri Nathji Dwar with him. Madhav Das had the holy sight of Sri Govardhan Nathji. Sri Gosaiji then told him to sing some kirtans for Sri Nathji, and he did so. Sri Govardhan Nathji was immensely pleased by them. Madhav Das composed pads for Sri Thakurji, Sri Acharyaji, Sri Gosaiji, his 7 children, and Sri Gokul, Bhav Prakash. The moral of this story is that the company of accomplished Vaishnavas is very fruitful. From a moment satsang with Chacha Harivamsji, Madhav Das was granted such grace. It is essential to spend time with such great Vaishnavas. Thus concludes Varta 251, the story of Madhav Das Dalal, who was the recipient of great grace and an accomplished Vaishnava. There is no end to his tale. Aaj ke anand ki jai ho, sab Vaishnavan ko jai Shri Krishna, jai jai Shri Radhe, Shri Ras Biharini Ju ki jai ho.